been here before, you might know already, but I've been doing this series on my channel for a while, and it's called Things You're Doing Wrong. And basically, it's just supposed to be like really lighthearted and fun, and just show you guys ways to do things like better than you're already doing them, if that makes sense. So please don't take it as anything more than that. I'm not calling you out or anything. This is just supposed to be helpful. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into the video. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe. I also have a giveaway going on where I'm giving away an iPad Pro. So if you guys want to enter that, be sure you're subscribed and following my Instagram. I'll have details about that in the description if you want to check it out, and let's get into it. So I read like a lot of BuzzFeed and like Facebook hacks and things like that, and they always recommend opening a bottle with like the weirdest stuff that you would never have, but most people have either like $1 on them or like a receipt or a piece of paper or something. So that is what I recommend doing if you need to open a bottle. Just fold up whatever you have as small as possible, and it's actually strong enough to open the lid of a bottle. So moving on, the next one is cutting cake. I don't know if you guys have seen this before, but actually people are saying now that the better way to cut cake is through the center, because when you take out the piece, you can actually push the pieces of the cake back together and it keeps it fresh better than it does cutting out like a little smaller piece. Does that make sense? I hope so. Another thing that you could be doing wrong is throwing out your old razors. If they start to get dull, you can actually make them like less dull by running them on denim. Also, it helps get the little pills off the denim too, so that's like 2 hacks in one. Another one is putting on deodorant. Instead of applying deodorant in the morning, if you apply it at night, basically what happens is it has time to actually like go in and clog the sweat ducts, so that way in the morning when you wake up and you're ready to be active, it's actually like ready to go. This next one is taking off your shirt, and please forgive me and all of my holiday weight, but the easiest way to do this, instead of crisscrossing your arms, is to just pull from one sleeve, and you can just take it off a lot faster that way. Another one is eating apples, and I have my entire life eaten an apple like from the side, like going all the way around, but if you take off the stem and actually eat it from the top, you get more out of the apple, and the core kind of just like disappears. Obviously you still need to like spit out the seeds, but you know. Anyways, the next one is the earring backs. This I saw over the summer and it completely blew my mind, but the plastic pieces are actually supposed to come off. You can cut them just with like fingernail clippers or a small pair of scissors, and then it just peels off and you have your regular earring back. So this next one is something that honestly makes me so happy, because every time I open peanut butter, there's like oil at the top, and I know it's natural, but it always grosses me out. If you store it upside down, it will evenly distribute and you won't get the oil at the top, which is awesome. This is kind of similar on like a similar note, I guess, but if you flip bread upside down and cut it that way, it won't scrunch and like flatten the top of the bread, and it's so much easier to cut. Another one is eating Pringles, and as you guys know, these are amazing and delicious, and when you get about halfway through, basically your hand doesn't really fit in the jar, so you can fold up a piece of paper and actually slide it into the container and then just pull it back out, and the Pringles will come out so much easier that way. So this next one is kind of silly, but it is kind of cool too. So basically, if you take a candy bar and you go to break it like normal, where you're like pulling away from the bar, especially if the bar is like frozen or something, it can actually be kind of hard to split. If you pull it towards you instead, it breaks so much easier, so I think that one's like kind of cool and silly. Another one is squeezing lemons. So depending on the lemon, sometimes it can be hard to get all of the juice out you need. So if you take a pair of tongs and put the lemon in the center of them and squeeze it that way, it's just so much easier, and you also don't get your hands as dirty, which is really awesome. So this next one is tossing your Pringle cans. So like I showed you earlier, Pringle cans are awesome. You can use them for a lot of life hacks. One of them is to make a little speaker for your phone, just because it is a longer container, so you get more of like an acoustic. Also, you can take the bottom of it and you can cut it out very carefully, and then you can actually use this as a coaster. You could paint it if you wanted to, or put like sticker paper on it to decorate it, but either way, it works really well and it's kind of cool. The next one is the biggest blessing if you live with a lot of people. I lose my socks in the laundry all the time. If you take a lingerie bag, you can put your socks in there, and then you can wash it with them in the bag. They won't get separated, they'll still wash, and then you won't lose them. So the last one you guys might have seen before, but this is when you're getting gas, and if you're driving maybe somebody else's car. For example, this is my mom's car. It's way cooler than mine. Next to the gas icon is a little arrow, and it actually points to the side the gas tank is on. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Also, I just want to wish you guys a happy new year. I will see you in 2017 on Sunday for a new video, so look out for that. And yeah, bye!